How would you define a true alpha? Is it the strongest, the most feared, or the one who rules with wisdom and respect? In the Monsterverse, Alpha Titans are the most powerful creatures, the kings and queens of a world where humanity barely survives. But who are the Alpha Titans really? What does it mean to be an alpha in a world full of colossal monsters? Today, we'll dive deep into the Monsterverse to unravel the mystery of the Alpha Titans and uncover who they are, what makes them unique, and their place in this hierarchy of titans. Get ready to learn everything about them, from legendary titans like Godzilla and Ghidorah to those barely mentioned in official stories, but hiding incredible secrets. This is a journey filled with power. What does it mean to be an Alpha Titan? Before diving into the big names, it's essential to understand what an Alpha Titan is in the Monsterverse. An alpha isn't simply the biggest or the strongest. An alpha is a being capable of dominance, whether through sheer physical power, strategy, or the respect they command among other titans. The term alpha doesn't just apply to the absolute leader, like Godzilla. It can also refer to the most powerful member of a species or titans, with such unique abilities that they could challenge the supremacy of the king of the monsters. Some alpha titans dominate through brute force, while others wield unique skills that make them almost unstoppable. But one thing is clear: alphas are not invincible. Each one has faced challenges, defeats, and victories that have shaped and defined them. The primordial alpha, Godzilla. We can't talk about the Alpha Titans without mentioning the one who has earned the title of King of the Monsters, Godzilla. Known as Titanus Gojira, this titan is not only the oldest alpha but also one of the most respected. Godzilla hails from an almost extinct species, but even in his youth, he was considered a king among his kind. What makes him unique is not just his power, but his instinct to protect the Earth's natural balance. When humans or even other titans threaten that balance, Godzilla steps in. However, despite his impressive power, Godzilla is not invincible. He has faced defeats during his long reign, with one of the most notable being at the hands of Ghidorah, an invading alpha who challenged not only his strength, but his dominance over other titans. The invading alpha, King Ghidorah. If Godzilla is the protector of balance, King Ghidorah is the destroyer. This alien titan arrived on Earth centuries ago, bringing chaos and disaster in his wake. His invasive nature makes him a unique threat within the Monsterverse, as he doesn't just seek dominance, but aims to transform the planet to his liking. With his 3 heads, Ghidorah is not just a physical titan, but also a master manipulator. His ability to emit an alpha call allowed him to control other titans, who rebelled against humanity under his influence. Though Godzilla ultimately defeated him with the help of Mothra and humans, Ghidorah's impact still echoes throughout the Monsterverse. His mind remains alive, now trapped within Mechagodzilla, a reminder that a true alpha never completely disappears. Mothra, the queen of the Monsterverse. Not all alpha titans rule through brute force. Mothra, known as the queen of the monsters, is a perfect example of shared leadership. Together with Godzilla, Mothra maintains the Monsterverse's balance through a symbiotic connection. What makes Mothra unique is her capacity for sacrifice. Throughout her history, we've seen her prioritize the planet's well-being over her own, helping Godzilla in his most critical moments. Though she may not be an alpha in the traditional sense, Mothra is the only one Godzilla acknowledges as his equal. Her wisdom and spiritual power make her an irreplaceable figure in the Monsterverse. Kong, the last king of Skull Island. Kong is much more than just a titan. From the very beginning of his story, he has been portrayed as a protector, a king who rules not with brute force but with intelligence, strategy, and an innate sense of justice. On Skull Island, Kong has proven himself not just as a leader, but as a symbol of hope for the creatures that rely on him for survival. Unlike other alpha titans who seek total domination, Kong defends his territory and those who inhabit it, facing external threats like the Skullcrawlers or even Godzilla. This protective approach sets him apart from other alphas and positions him as a unique ruler within the Monsterverse. Kong's story is also deeply tied to that of his species. The Titanus Kong are not just giants with colossal strength. They carry a history of conflict and alliances with other alpha species, particularly the Titanus Gojira. For generations, these two powerful species competed for control of the hollow Earth and its vital energy. This ancestral rivalry explains the clash between Godzilla and Kong, but also hints at a potential future alliance, as seen in Godzilla vs. Kong. where both titans joined forces against Mechagodzilla. This reinforces the idea that Kong does not only see himself as an equal to Godzilla, but as a titan willing to share power for the greater good. Finally, Kong has evolved beyond being the king of Skull Island. His arrival in the Hollow Earth marked a new chapter in his reign. The Hollow Earth is not just the ancestral home of his species, but also a territory filled with secrets and challenges that could make Kong a stronger alpha than ever before. By claiming this new territory and facing creatures like the Warbat and other unknown titans, Kong has shown that his reign is far from over. In fact, it is just beginning. Muto Prime, the silent and lethal alpha. Muto Prime is far more than just another member of the Muto species. This titan stands out as one of the most dangerous enemies Godzilla has ever faced. Unlike other alphas that rely on direct strength, Muto Prime uses a combination of strategy, patience, and unique biological abilities that make it an almost perfect predator. Its capacity to ambush its enemies, weaken them with repeated attacks, and wear them down over time makes it one of the few titans capable of challenging Godzilla on his own terms. What makes Muto Prime truly terrifying is its ability to parasitize Titanus Gojira. Instead of seeking direct victory, this titan implants its larvae into the body of a weakened Gojira, allowing the offspring to gestate inside the titan until it kills its host from within. This method of attack not only ensures the survival of its species, but also eliminates competing alphas in a ruthless and efficient manner. It was this tactic that nearly drove the Titanus Gojira species to extinction, leaving Godzilla as the last of his kind. Although Muto Prime was defeated in the past, its legacy as one of the Monsterverse's most lethal titans endures. Its battle with Godzilla in the comic Godzilla, Aftershock, demonstrated that even the king of the monsters can be outmatched by a creature that combines strength and strategy with deadly precision. More than just a simple alpha, Muto Prime represents a constant threat, a reminder that even the mightiest titans can be vulnerable when faced with an enemy that plans every move with lethal accuracy. Titanus Shimo, the first alpha of the Monsterverse. Titanus Shimo is one of the most enigmatic titans in the Monsterverse, a figure shrouded in myth and mystery. According to legends, Shimo may have been the first titan to walk the Earth, the original alpha who ruled before Godzilla, Ghidorah, or any other titan rose to power. This alone makes Shimo a key figure in the universe of titans, but his true significance lies in his potential connection to the very origins of the alphas. Shimo is not just an imposing physical presence, but also a titan deeply connected to the Earth itself. According to lore, his power comes directly from the planet's core, allowing him to manipulate his environment in ways other titans cannot match. His existence may explain the initial balance that once existed in the Titan's ecosystem, before the power struggles began. However, over time, Shimo vanished from the planet's surface, paving the way for other alphas, like Godzilla, to rise and take control. What makes Shimo particularly intriguing is that he might not only have been the first alpha, but also a figure that defies the traditional rules of today's alphas. Unlike Godzilla or Ghidorah, who dominate with sheer strength and presence, Shimo seems to operate from the shadows, influencing the balance of the world indirectly. This unique ability makes him a fascinating character for future stories, especially if he decides to return and reclaim his place as the original alpha of the Monsterverse. Titanus Shimo embodies the past, present, and perhaps the future of the Monsterverse. His reappearance would not only provide answers to many questions about the origins of the Titans, but also raise new ones about what it truly means to be an alpha. Could Godzilla face Shimo and survive? What secrets does this ancient titan hold? Without a doubt, Titanus Shimo is a figure capable of completely redefining the balance of power within the Monsterverse. In addition to the major names, there are titans who, while not officially alphas, have proven to be worthy contenders. Tiamat. This sea serpent almost defeated a weakened Godzilla, showing that even the king can be vulnerable. Mechagodzilla. Although a human creation, its essence comes from the mind of Ghidorah, granting it the power and malevolence of a genuine alpha. Scar King, a leader among the Kongs who has remained hidden in the shadows of the Hollow Earth. While much of his story remains a mystery, his resistance to Ghidorah's alpha call makes him a fascinating figure. With each new Monsterverse film, the landscape of the Alpha Titans expands. What new alphas will emerge? Will we see the return of Ghidorah, or the evolution of Kong into an undisputed leader? The Monsterverse continues to evolve, and with it, the alphas that inhabit it. One thing is certain, as long as Titans exist, the battle for the title of Alpha will rage on. Now that you know all about the Alpha Titans of the Monsterverse, it's your turn to join this community of fans. Who is your favorite Alpha Titan? Share it in the comments, and it might be the topic of our next video. Subscribe now, or the Titans might come looking for you.